So, anything you want to talk about? Some idea of some conversation? Anything on your mind?
Just you yourself need to be more relaxed.
Yes, I am. I sense that. I sense getting uptight right before you mentioned that.
See how easy
Yeah.
it is?
I felt that. I felt my internals getting very. I need to speak up too so it records right.
Yeah.
So I felt the tension rise just before you said that, and now it's gone. So yes, I understand that.
Cool. So ask away. Don't know if I'll have answers or not, but ask away.
So this person we're talking to, this entity, this energy source, whatever, I don't know what to call you, so I can't use an identifier, okay? Just give me a word to use as an identifier. Hey, you.
That'll work.
Okay, hey, you.
Oh,
What?
I'm responding. You said, hey,
Oh.
you. I said, yeah.
Okay. Where are you at the moment? I know you're here talking with us, but you're also other places simultaneously. Where else are you? Are you at another spot on the earth too at the same time? Talking to us? You're talking to someone else too?
No.
No? Okay. Do you know the entity known as Seth? Jane Roberts? Seth?
I know of him
Okay.
and of her,
Okay.
what they did.
Do you agree with what they did?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that we are in agreement. And what about the entity named Bashar? Or entities?
He's a physical being. You do know that.
Yeah, I know that, but you should be able to communicate with him too because he's halfway in, halfway out with you guys. The way I understand it.
It's a little different.
Explain, please.
He is physical and is able to connect with, match frequencies with his channeler, Daryl.
Solo's visiting too.
Okay. So I'll try not to wave my hands around.
Well, that's okay. He was sniffing your hand.
Okay. Well, I felt something.
Yep.
Anyway. But their purpose is very different from, say, Seth.
Right.
Seth's. He would have S's and TH's there, just to tangle the tongue. Anyway. So, yeah, and since the purpose is very different, I am not one of the ones, or should I say we are not, among those who connect, match frequencies, and speak. That is done by Bashar, or by the grouping that calls themselves Bashar for, is it message or messenger or something
Messenger.
like that?
Good message.
Good message?
Mm-hmm.
It's all good. So, in answer to your question, no, I don't do.
Okay.
I don't do Bashar.
I was just curious on how that works in the ether world. Are you in the same plane as astral projection? If there is such a plane in your world, in your universe. Could
That's
be.
a tricky question.
Why is it tricky?
To your knowledge, astral projection is just allowing the spirit of a being to travel and interact in, as you call it, the ether. It's not a world, it's an existence. And we all are there. Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Okay.
That was interesting.
What's with her eye?
She has eye allergies too. I am mumbling again, so the video ain't going to be picking up very well.
It might.
Yeah. What else? Were you on the earth at any time?
I think so, but it was, I don't even think about it anymore.
That long ago, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Were you on any other planets that you can talk about? Because I know some things you can't talk about. But I would prefer you could talk about them.
Mars.
Yeah? So you're a Martian? That was a stupid question. I'm sorry. I'm so stupid I surprised myself.
Well said.
Thank you. You have to be. I mean, come on. You have to be able to laugh at yourself. If you don't, you go stare crazy.
Stare crazy?
Just another form of craziness.
Stairs.
No, staring. Staring at the wall and going crazy. Because all you see is the same thing.
Oh, no. You
No?
can stare at the wall and see a multitude of things.
True. Sarah stares at the wall and sees things. I stare at the wall and see the wall. So that's all my consciousness allows me to see at this time.
Tell your consciousness, your ego, to step aside and let you see.
Ego. Okay. I will work on that.
Takes practice. You
yeah.
both need to meditate more frequently, more deliberately.
Okay. Solo's at the other end of the table looking outside, looking at his domain as he does.
What do you think he sees?
I don't know. He won't communicate with me in that level. Does he communicate with you? Can you see what he thinks?
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah, but her ego's getting in the way.
Come on, ego. Get back in that closet.
Squeeze through the keyhole and look it.
Put tape over that keyhole, would you? Okay.
Awesome.
Can you see what he's thinking or what his energies are?
I can see his energies. And you're right. He's surveying his domain to be protective of it.
Yeah, looks like he's getting ready to take a nap.
Sounds like a good idea.
Because this is what he does before he takes a nap. He'll sit for a while and watch and then go lay down.
Yep. He's a watcher. Not a capital W, like, a watcher, a being watching the world. No. He watches, makes sure all is well.
He's kind of like Sarah and I. We like to sit back and watch things. Mm-hmm. There he goes up to tier 4 of his tree to go to sleep.
Yep, you were right. And, he's satisfied.
So, what does he think? Does he have any thoughts? I know it's difficult because his thoughts are totally alien to ours, probably.
Yeah. I think I just bumped the
You did. I'll
camera.
move it back a little bit.
Oh, well. And they're not deliberate thoughts, or his thoughts are not put into any form of communication per se. His thoughts are more like pictures, sensations, and then the subsequent feelings. And right now he's content that the world is as it should be, his world. And he's here, out here, with all of us. And so, yeah, time for a nap, and that's what he's doing.
Okay. I was just curious. Can you tell if he dreams?
Oh, he dreams.
What does he dream of?
Chasing prey.
Yeah, we've seen him jump quite often.
Mm-hmm. Capturing prey.
Cool.
Hunting, stalking.
Once again, in pictures?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Getting attention from you guys.
Of course, he does that a lot.
Yeah.
And he gets a lot.
Not as much as he wants.
Yeah, figured that out. How can we communicate better with him?
Keep meditating and meditate on him until you can see or sense his energies.
Oh, that's right. I remember that from a Seth episode we had listened to and totally forgot it until now. So thank you. Not a Seth, a Bashar episode that we listened to on
Okay,
technology.
you got me confused.
That's okay. But Bashar, rather Daryl Anka, records his sessions and then releases them for public view, for payment, of course, to spread the word of what Bashar is doing. And in one of the questions asked to Bashar after one of his monologues was, how do we communicate with our cat? Not us specifically. Someone else had asked that question. And he said, just have to meditate on the cat. Start using your imagination and think like a cat in your mind, and reach out to your cat, and you will be able to connect with them. Don't know if it'll tell them anything or anything, but...
Well, when the connection's there, there's more actual communication, even if you're not aware of it, even if he's not aware of it.
Explain, please.
Because if you're focused on his energies, then he's feeling your energies, and that river of connectivity has a lot of information in it, even if your ego and his ego, if you want to call it that. He doesn't worry about it, though. He just enjoys the sensation of that river of energy flow and melding. And then humans need to feel the need to put it into words, and you don't have to. Just feel it and understand the emotion. Not sure I explained that very well.
You did explain it very well. And hence my difficulty. I block my emotions out very well. So that may be why it doesn't work with me as well as it does for Sarah. Okay. I've learned something again.
It's okay to have emotions. It's okay to feel them. You don't always have to act on them. Just feel them. Just allow them to be.
Yeah, and I've learned if you don't feel them, you don't act on them. So I need to release that, change that mindset, that belief.
How would you do that?
I don't know yet, so I'd have to meditate to find out why I do that. What is my beliefs in doing that? And then what can I do to turn that belief into a different belief that is more applicable to where I want to go now in my life.
You like to complicate things, don't you?
Damn right. How would you do it if you were me? Because I know you can see me inside. I know you can see my energies.
And they're fluctuating like crazy.
You mean pulsating or
Fluctuating, changing.
is that good or
Up
bad?
and down and in and out. And imagine, okay, this ought to suit you. Imagine your energies are make up plasma and it's undulating and
Okay. If I may interject a thought here. Search through Sarah's memories from last night in the show we're watching called Dark. Is that teleportation wormhole kind of what you're talking about? That undulating, moving around and stuff? No, something totally different than that. Okay.
in that show, it's called the God particle. There's no such thing, not
No.
really.
There isn't. Science.
It's all just for the show and for drama.
Yeah. And scientists thought the Higgs particle was the God particle, but it's not. The God particle is what? I have an idea of what it is, and you can probably see that idea in my mind.
But you're limiting it
How?
by assuming that it is a thing, a particle. Oh, everything's made up of the basics. She doesn't have the vocabulary to explain it, but
Energy particles?
yeah,
Energy cells? Cells,
they imply something more physical.
yeah.
But energy made up,
Corpuscular?
no,
Okay.
it's not a corpuscle. A corpuscle.
Corpuscle. Yeah,
It's just energy. It just is.
the only energy I think that we have ever witnessed is energy in the 3D.
Well, yeah, because you live in 3D.
And the ability to understand energy in a higher dimension is not easy.
No.
Can you give some guidance as to how to do that?
Even those of us who are non-corporeal.
That's a big word. Say it
Why
3 times.
is... No, thank you. I had enough trouble saying it the first time. We get a basic grasp on whatever level we're at to, about what it is in that level. Which basically it's all levels at once, but again, there's fluctuations, and myself, this splinter, if you will, which is speaking, even when I am reunited and no longer a splinter, there is still some difficulty in grasping the entirety.
Wow.
Something's tickling.
Scratch it then.
I did. So we don't really worry about it. We'll have knowledge that we need when we need it.
Yes.
So we don't need to fret about defining anything right now. I mean, we just don't. We just exist and go about whatever it is we're going abouting.
Okay.
from a different source, although basically we're all from higher levels of consciousness in which Sarah exists. Make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.